Hi everyone, my name is Dylan, otherwise known as Nintendylin, and I'd like to welcome you to this Q&A video about Sonic Venture, a Sonic fan game made within Dreams on PlayStation consoles. The Sonic Venture team is very excited to share answers to questions shared by our lovely community, so for a lack of a better way of getting this started, let's just get straight to the questions, shall we? Brother asks, why is it called Sonic Venture?
Why is the game called Sonic Venture? The game is called Sonic Venture because I needed to pick a name for the project, and it was just going to be a quick demo that I never work on again, so it didn't matter if the name sucked. So I went with Venture, because it was the name of the apartment complex across the street from me, and it sounded a lot like Sonic Adventure, which is the game that inspired the whole project. At one point, the other names that I thought about were Sonic Dreams, Sonic Worlds, and Sonic Galaxy. And as you might notice, those names are all terrible.
James Martin asks, how long will Chapter 1 be?
Without getting too much into the technical specific stage number, I would say that Chapter 1 is pretty lengthy, probably longer than you think it is. I think there's a lot of content there, it's really fun, and look forward to it.
Paphonix asks, how do you develop the level design? Do you draw it out first, or just make it in-game?
It's kind of both. Sometimes I'll draw stuff out, mostly when I'm, bored, or when I don't have, access to the game itself to just do things in. Sometimes I do just wing it and figure it out from there. That doesn't always work. I would not recommend doing that. That's not a good thing to do when you're making a stage for a video game. But I do have, a lot of, little drawings and stuff of different design ideas or different just stages in general. None of them make any sense. They're all just scribbles. I look back on them sometimes and I'm I don't know what was going on in my brain when I made that. But yeah, it's just a bit of both.
Shadowfan19 asks, out of all the gameplay features in Venture, which is your favorite, or what are you the most proud of?
I think the obvious answer for which one we're the most proud of, or which is the favorite, is Sonic, because Sonic stuff is just fun. I think it's the most fun to design for. I think it's the most straightforward to design for. It took me a really long time to kind of just nail down Knuckles and Tails, and even then I don't think I really have a full grasp on them. But I actually really enjoyed the Tails stuff. I think that it just feels nice to play. It's just a nice little deviation from what you usually do, and I think that it does a good job of sort of marrying the sort of approach of the mech stages in SA2 with the more fast-paced gameplay that you typically associate with Sonic. I think it's all fun. I like it all. It's cool.
I think out of everything in Venture so far, what I'm most proud of is probably the Chao Garden. Shocker there. But the Chao Garden is something that really, it just means a lot to me and to the Sonic community in general, as it's something that's been, requested for so long. And when I first started helping Venture, I was a level designer, and, I wasn't, terrible, but I always found myself doing more stuff with gimmicks and just more logic-based things. And I was thinking, man, levels just isn't doing it for me. So I was looking for something that would challenge me. And why not, create one of the most intricate systems in, all the Sonic games within Dreams. And that would really set Venture apart while also giving myself a fair challenge. And I just think the work that I was able to put into the Chao Garden, along with the effort and all the support that I get from Ben and Dylan and Toon about just going for it. And it's a big undertaking. And that's just something I'm most proud of. Of course, I'm extremely proud of everything that the team has been able to put together in the base game. Ben is just an actual wizard. I'm pretty sure I saw him doing spells one night. That's just, I think that's what I'm most proud of. It's the Chao Garden. Dream's first fully working Chao Garden, I might add.
Rich Menace 94 asks, why doesn't your game have more likes than mine? Mazo Embo asks, would you guys be up for making bonus levels after the game is done?
I think it would really depend on just whether or not we have room in the dream at that point, and whether or not we still feel like making stuff for this game at all. because like God knows how long it's gonna be until we're like wholly 100% done. But hey, if we have the room, we have the ideas, then yeah, maybe.
I would be really down to make bonus levels. I haven't made levels in a really long time, but I think that'd be really sick. And Venture's already been in development for so long. I think it'll be really weird for us to kind of just leave it where it's at, just because it's almost a weird thing. Like Venture kind of grew up with us in a weird way. I was 15 or 16 when we started, and I'm 20 now, and there was just no way we could have left it where it was at. So I think things like additional content afterwards, it's almost like a no-brainer, especially for the Chao Garden. More ways you can make it more engaging and just find more ways to customize your Chao and have fun with them and just things like that. I think that would be really good for Venture, if possible. Life happens, but I would like to think that we continue on.
M-Plush asks, how does Venture get textures, materials, and lighting to look so good in the Dreams engine?
This is a great question because we've had many years to figure it out. Dreams is a tremendously versatile game, but it's also very costly if you try to take advantage of a lot of that versatility. So the theory that I started working from in the years and years of modeling and animating for the game is to start simple and build outwards from there. Try to construct everything in as few shapes as possible and focus more on silhouettes and readability and color rather than getting too muddled up in complexity.
To be honest, I have no idea how the lighting gets to where it is in Dreams. I think there's just something about game development. It's just so much of trial and error. Maybe this is just for me, and Ben it's a little different. I'm sure his is a little more meticulous. I'm just kind of like, oh, wait a minute, that looks kind of nice. And I have no idea how I got there. But I think that's just what it is. And that's just creating, putting it out there until you find something that you eventually like.
Bug asks, will the game feature animated cutscenes?
It became pretty apparent early on that fully animating everything in the game just wasn't going to happen, especially because we only have one animator, and whoever that guy is, he's probably a real jackass. So while not everything's going to be 100% animated from scratch, there are going to be fully unique cutscenes and as much animation around that as possible.
Nix Embo asks, does anyone on the team own an air fryer?
I do own an air fryer. Did you know that you can make pancakes in an air fryer? Not well, but you can do it.
No, I do not.
No, I do not own an air fryer.
Yes. Yes, in fact, I do own an air fryer. I'm actually using it right now. I don't think I actually ever learned how to use an air fryer. I hope this works.
No.
Yes, I own an air fryer, just like I own your mom.
Of course. How else would I oven the cold food of out hot eat the food?
No, I don't. Is that an actual question, or are we being for real here?
Yes.
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 African Slinky asks, will you try implementing alternate costumes like Darkspine Sonic, Fleetway Sonic, or even Scourge?
Unfortunately, as the game has progressed, the costumes have ended up on the cutting room floor, and I will not be bringing them back, at least as it currently stands. But I will say that something did replace those costumes in the logic, and when you see what it is, I think you're gonna like that a heck of a lot more. So stay tuned for that.
Solar asks, will there be any type of leaderboard for speedrunning?
That is something that I would love to get to work. I have no idea how clean that's going to work trying to do that within Dreams, but that is absolutely something that we're going to facilitate on the Discord. There will be an active leaderboard that's updated on there, and there's also new collectibles based around beating some pretty insane times in the level, so anyone who's into that sort of thing is going to have a lot to work towards.
And that's all of her questions. Before we go, I actually do have one more announcement. So, we're releasing another demo.
No, alright. I know that sounds bad.
We understand that we've said in the past that the next update would be the full release of Chapter 1, but finishing Chapter 1 is taking longer than anticipated, and we just wanted to get something out there for you guys to play. Sonic Venture Trial version includes 3 full stages to play, as well as an updated version of the Sonic Venture Chao Open Beta that we released a few weeks ago. I really do hope that playing this demo, or as we're calling it, the trial version, ensures you that we are doing good work on finishing Chapter 1, and we're making good progress. What we have in this demo is fantastic, and I am very excited for people to try it and let us know what you think. And I'm very excited to announce that the trial version of Sonic Venture Chapter 1 releases on Dreams later today. On that note, I hope you guys are excited to try Sonic Venture trial version, and I hope you guys stick around on this YouTube channel and in our Discord server to catch further updates on the full release of Chapter 1.